Welcome to Macey's Cooking Corner. I'm your host, Steph Ordains, and I have the wonderful Mr. Jeff Laypath. Now, you might know the name Laypath from Wendy Laypath, the holistic nutritionist. Now, her husband is going to cook for us. Welcome.
Well, thank you.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you.
Now, I thought it would be a really good idea to have a man on the show because, you know, we don't have... It's usually women. Women are prone to cook all the time in the kitchen, and I'm proving a point that they don't. Is that right?
That's true.
Exactly. So I wanted to ask you a question because I know what you're going to be making, and I'm going to let you tell our audience what you're going to be making. But it's something that's rather different because we're not cooking. Now, how did you get into that? I mean, what is your story?
All right.
That was quick. Yeah,
in a
right?
nutshell.
In a nutshell. You have 2 minutes left. All right.
So it starts with Wendy. You know, she got into it, and I saw the benefits of what she was going through and the health benefits, and so I thought, you know, that's kind of cool. I'm gonna try to get, you know, into that and see how it works for me. And so, you know, I wanted to try this eating lifestyle, but it was kind of difficult at first because, you know,
I
I'm
bet.
kind of a meat and potatoes sort of guy.
That's right. Yeah.
And so slowly I was, you know, eating this lifestyle and feeling better and eating more raw, eating more plant-based. But I wasn't sure I really wanted to dive into it full-fledged until I found out that you could do some of these awesome desserts. And then once I found out that there were, you know, you could eat healthy and happy and, you know, with desserts, then I was sold.
Even as a man?
Even as a man.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm impressed. And I hope all the men out there heard that, you know, that you can. So most of what you eat, is it this kind you cook or mostly this style?
It's kind of half and half what I'm with. Some of it's cooked and some of it's raw. This is raw, and I try to do...
What does that mean, raw? Just in case, you know, for our audience.
Uncooked.
Oh, uncooked. Okay, yes.
So basically, I mean, when you cook the food, you lose some of the nutrients and some of the goodness, and so that's why, you know, we like to keep it raw as much as possible, just because then you're keeping, you know, you're keeping the enzymes in there, you're keeping the nutrients, you're keeping the just all the goodness that comes with, you know. So we try to keep it as basic to what, you know, how it was put on the earth.
Oh, I love that. Love that. So what are you going to cook for us today before we go to break?
All right, what we're going to prepare is a raw fruit cobbler. It's absolutely amazing.
Is it amazing?
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait to try.
And so this is one of those things you can eat for dessert, you can eat for breakfast, you can just eat because.
Oh, just because.
Just because.
Okay, so you better keep watching this place, okay, whilst we get everything together. Welcome back to Macey's Cooking Corner. I have the handsome Mr. Jeff Laypath. Now, Jeff, to our audience, not everyone knows Wendy Laypath, your wife, who's the holistic nutritionist. Now, what was her story? If you can do that in like 10 seconds, that would be really wonderful.
Sure.
You know, just a brief outline of what happened to your wife when she went raw, which means uncooked foods or not higher than 115 degrees, because I know.
Look at you.
I know.
Wow.
See, I listen to your wife, you know. Okay, go on.
So she, really quick story, she had a stroke in her early 30s and, you know, just had a lot of health problems. And so she, you know, through a series of processes, ended up finding raw food and a plant-based lifestyle. And so she was able to, you know, get her health under control, her cholesterol and all the good things, and drop some weight and stuff. And so I saw that.
She dropped a lot of weight, not just
she did.
some
Well,
weight.
you know, I mean,
say it loudly.
As her husband, I don't want to, you know, I mean, she's dropped up.
Right.
I know, but, you know, I mean, the people out here, you know, they're going to go, what a jerk he's talking, you know. And so
they're not. They're going to say, she dropped a lot of weight and she looks absolutely
She does
fabulous
look absolutely
now.
amazing.
She feels
Yes.
great.
Yes.
Doesn't she?
Yes.
Tell the audience.
What she said. Absolutely true. And so, you know, I mean, and so I was going through these health problems too, you know,
Right.
not to that, I didn't have the stroke or anything, but,
Right.
you know, I was heavy and I was borderline diabetic, high blood pressure. And so, you know, after I committed to a year of eating this way just as
Oh,
an
wow.
experiment.
Uh-huh.
And afterwards, my cholesterol just dropped
No way.
down into, I think my total cholesterol now is like 60 something.
Wow. So
And,
what was it before? Just for
It
an
was
example.
it was close to 300.
Your cholesterol? Wow, that is remarkable.
And so now my blood sugar's normal where it's supposed to be. My blood pressure's normal, and I dropped some weight. And I feel great. My
You feel
energy
good?
levels are high, and so for me, it's been I'm hooked. You know, I'm not.
So
going
both
back,
yourself and your wife are like energy bunnies, like Duracell, right? You just
Oh, yeah.
never stop.
That's right.
Love it, you know? No, Duracell's a really good battery, isn't it? I mean, I'm not advertising
Right.
that. I think it lasts forever. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, just a quick background there. So now what are you going to start with this raw fruit cobbler?
Yes. Well, we're going to start with some pecans.
Okay,
And
pecans.
I was in Texas for a little while, and so it's okay to call them pecans.
Pecans.
Yep. So we're going to do
Pecans.
2 cups of lovely pecans here.
Are you guessing, or has this got
No, it's got measurements.
Oh,
It's got cups. Well, you know, I'm
that's
good enough
good,
where I could
yeah.
eyeball it, but you know,
Okay.
for the rookie, they're going to want to
Right,
use
let's put that here.
And so, we're going to
Nice.
go 2 cups, and then we're going to blend that up, but not too much because then it
Okay.
gets all buttery, and we don't want to do that for this.
Right.
So we're just going to do that real quick.
Okay, so first of all, you grind this up, right? You
Yes.
ground it up.
Yes.
For about how long? How long?
Just
would you
until
say?
it's kind of powdery.
Okay.
So we're just going to eyeball it real quick.
All right,
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Okay.
Just like that?
Isn't that beautiful?
It is.
We're going to scooch that for just a
Now,
second.
can anyone do this in any kind of blender? We've
You
talked
can
about this
use a
before,
food
but-
processor or,
Okay.
yeah. I like this blender just because it rocks. It's got like a motor that would power a
Uh-huh.
NASCAR car, but
So this is kind of crumbly.
yes.
It
Yeah,
ha-
if
it
you do
still
it too
has
much, then it'll get
clumped
peanut
out?
buttery, and then it's
Oh.
hard to. So we're just going to scoop that into this bowl,
Okay.
if you'd be so kind.
I would love to do that.
Wow. Thank
I
you
think
so
when
much.
being the host, some people think I don't cook or do anything, even though I
Well, I know better. I've
There-
seen you do it. So.
You have seen me. There are things I prefer not to touch, like onions, you know.
Right. Well,
But this I do love. Desserts are my favorite, of course.
I know they're amazing.
Okay. So take all that off.
Yeah, or just at least most of it. Then we're going to blend some almonds in there too.
Oh, okay.
And so
Can you
almonds
use
and
different
pecans, they
pecans? Can you
coexist
use
beautifully. So
walnuts, maybe?
yeah.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
'Cause
The recipe
that's-
actually says pecans or walnuts.
Walnuts,
so
okay.
yeah, I prefer
But they're
pecans.
not. Yeah, I
but-
prefer this because it's not so. What's the word? Not sour, but bitter, kind of. It
Yeah,
has
a
a
little-
bitter taste. Anyway. Okay.
So we're
how
going to
much?
do 2 cups of this, so it makes it
Okay.
real easy, 2 and 2.
I should lift that up. For
You know what?
shouldn't I?
Look at that. That was exactly
Wow,
2. It's almost
fantastic.
like we prepared that beforehand or something. So anyway, we're going to do the same thing. Just blend it, but not too much. We don't
Okay.
want almond butter for this one. All right, I'm just going to kind of stir that.
Give it a
real quick,
shake.
Just so it doesn't. Whoa. Shaken, not stirred. All right. Here we go again. Oh, did you see that stubborn one? It dropped down right when I turned it off.
know.
All right, we're just going to do a real quick one this time. All right, perfect. Done.
Okay.
All right.
So is this part the crust?
This is the crust, yes.
Oh, and again, dump it in here?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you can see it's kind of crumbly. It's a nice texture. Oh, I like that. I love the smell of almonds, ground almonds.
Oh, my goodness. So
In England, we make this. I should make that.
we're gonna
It's called
put this
Bakewell
right just a
tart.
a what?
Bakewell tart, and it uses ground almonds, and then you have pastry, and then you have jam, and then the the ground almond cake mixture on top. It's delicious.
It sounds delicious.
Oh, it really is. I'm sure we could do a vegan version.
I'm sure. We can do pretty much anything.
That's right. Okay.
Just a few little changes here and there.
So there you have it.
Beautiful. And now we're going to add a little bit of coconut. And this is unsweetened coconut.
Oh, okay.
Because we're going to add our own little sweetness to it.
Okay.
And so I like to add my own little sweetness to
so why not the sweetened version?
Because it's got a lot of the nasty sugars and the processed stuff, and we don't like processed stuff. So try to keep it as natural as possible.
Yeah, when it says unsulfured.
You know what? I'd just seen that on here, and so I mean that's good because you know who wants to eat sulfur,
That's
right? Yikes! So I mean I'm glad it's unsulfured. I didn't know it came sulfured.
Yeah,
so.
I know.
Anyway, well done.
I haven't seen that either, but
this
there
brand.
you go. Okay.
So this one sometimes you can get it already finely shredded, but this one's not. So we're gonna go ahead and just mix it up real quick.
Again, how much?
Sorry, I'm gonna take that down just so I can eyeball it. So we're gonna do. The recipe says 2 cups. We're going to go about 1.5.
So again, you're going to...
We love coconut. So we're just going to blend it real quick just to kind of break it down a little bit.
All right.
And then we'll pour it into the beautiful crust that we're making.
Fabulous. Okay.
Hang on, let's throw that on.
There we go.
Perfect. I'm always nervous that things are going to go.
That's right, yeah. That's it?
I think, well, you know, we're going to just, Yeah, the same thing with this. If you do it too much, then it gets all ooey gooey. And ooey and gooey is good for some things, but not for this.
Okay, let's show the audience.
Let's get that. I think we're done with that for a minute. We'll use it again later, but...
You can see that it's almost, it's a crumb-like, isn't it?
Yes.
It's not flakes now. It's,
right.
Look at that.
Just makes it easier for eating enjoyment.
Oh, yes. I have to say that I've loved everything your wife has made. It's absolutely delicious. I go home and finish it all. So I hope you're going to be able to match this, you know, your wife.
That's a lot of, those are big shoes to fill.
It really is, isn't it? Okay, now we've done that.
Perfect. So if you would be so kind, or we can, we're just going to mix it just a little bit, and then we're going to add a little bit of salt while you're mixing that, please.
Oh, I love this. Wow, I can totally do this. I've got this. I can go and buy some pecans.
See, and that's the beautiful thing about eating this way. I mean, a lot of the recipes and stuff are so easy, but they're just, I mean, they're awesome.
I love it, yes.
So we're doing 1/2 teaspoon of salt. This is sea salt.
Okay.
So
mix that
in. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're going to do a teaspoon of vanilla. And you have smelled this stuff. This is used in a lot of the stuff. Did I say a teaspoon or half? I said a teaspoon,
teaspoon,
right?
yes.
Yeah, the more vanilla, the better.
And by the way, you can buy some of these nuts at Macey's.
Yes.
Must say hello to Macey's today.
Thank you, Macey's.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, in fact, most of the stuff was...
There we go.
So,
see that.
While you're mixing that too, I mean, in these things, you know, a lot of times nuts get a bad rap for being high in fat, high calories and stuff.
Yes.
But it's good fat and it's good calories. I mean, I've been eating this way for a couple of years now.
And you're looking good
and I am not, you know, I mean, I still managed to keep the weight off that I've lost. And so...
Moderation, right? You're
moderation, and, you know, you want to eat the good calories that are packed with the nutrients and the, you know, the proteins and the good stuff. And all this stuff, even though it's, you know, it's high fat, it's high calories, but it's also, you know, nutrient dense too.
Absolutely.
Which is important.
It is. Okay.
So we've got this, and now for the sweetness.
Okay.
All
the
right.
real sweetness stuff.
We're using, we'll get this on here, some beautiful 100% pure maple syrup. Don't use the imitation stuff. Never use the imitation stuff. Yeah.
My kids love maple syrup too much to do the imitation.
So this is gonna, and you can use honey too if you wanted to, but for this part, the maple syrup, because it just blends easier, and, you know. And so,
Exactly.
hang on, sorry, I'm just going to find out because I'll put the whole bottle in if I'm not careful.
That's fantastic.
So we are going to
Okay.
do, well, we'll start off with a 1/4 cup.
Okay. And then mix it in. Is that correct?
Yeah, yep. So we'll just kind of, oh my goodness, look at that.
It looks great.
I can already tell we're going to need to add just a little bit more
Okay.
because it just,
Oh, so now is this helping it to bind or?
yeah, yep.
Okay.
So it's creating more just of that cobbler feel and the, I mean, you know, you need a little sweetness.
You certainly do. Okay.
So I'm just going to add maybe just a 1/4. What was that? 1/8, I think some people probably call it.
Mm-hmm. And your
So-
children love all these different desserts that you make.
Oh yeah, this one.
This one, the
And this is actually the one I asked for my Father's Day dessert. And
oh,
Wendy's sweet enough to prepare it for me.
Yeah?
This is one of my favorites. I've got a ton of favorites, but this is one of the favorites.
nice. Okay.
Okay, and so just before we've got here, if you want to just, we've got a few extra little spoons here.
Uh-huh.
If you want to just try,
I get to try right now?
yeah, before
Oh.
we do the,
Take a big mouthful. Mm.
but we're not done yet. I just
Not
wanted
done.
you to try it without that first. Because, I mean, you know, some people
It's
may or
good.
may not like dates. I love dates.
yeah.
And so this will add a little bit more sweetness too. And dates kind of, I mean, they're one of those that's kind of high calorie and stuff too. But I mean, they've got
good energy.
yes, and actually they've
sugar.
got more potassium in them than bananas.
No
and
way,
so,
they do.
you know what? I should probably measure this.
You're gonna wing it, weren't you?
You know, I was gonna wing it, but you know. All right, so we're gonna do a cup
Good.
and 1/4 of dates. And I mean, you can mess around with the how much you like. You know, if you want
Okay.
more, throw more in there. If you want less, you know, I mean, by all means. So
Absolutely.
that's another fun thing with this kind of style of eating. You just you can just roll with it. you
Roll
know?
with that. Yes, this tastes.
So we're gonna add. I love the
fantastic.
dates, by the way, and I did these pre-chopped up ones.
Oh, okay.
I like to get the ones, you know, the whole
They-
ones usually, and chop them up. But
So this is already chopped up.
but these are already chopped up. I'm doing it kind of lazy-ish or efficient. One of the two. You choose your.
Efficient, I call it. Efficient, because your time is worth something.
Well,
Okay.
thank you so much. So now we've got the cobbler.
Okay.
Doesn't that look beautiful?
It does.
And
It
it-
looks yummy. I'm going to eat all of it.
Now you
before the
tasted
show's
it
over.
before we threw the dates. Did the?
Yeah.
Was it sweet?
It was sweet.
Okay.
Yep, it was perfect.
But not too sweet.
Not
All right.
too sweet, yeah.
So that is the cobbler portion.
Oh, I loved it. With the coconut, you could taste everything. Okay. So then what do you do?
So then.
So then you're going to tell us.
So then we're going to make we're going to talk about making the syrup that goes on top of that.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a break right here, but we want you to come back, okay? So that
Absolutely.
you can see all, and we'll assemble it all together before I get to take a big bite. So watch this space. Welcome back to Macey's Cooking Corner. We have, like I said, the handsome Mr. Jeff Laypath, and he's making raw fruit cobbler, which is absolutely delicious. We've added the dates. We started off with pecans, is that correct?
Yes.
And then
almonds.
almonds, 2 cups of almonds, and then some
And then the coconut.
coconut, 2 cups of coconut.
Yeah,
So
we did about a cup and a half.
a
to
cup
2
and a
cups.
half. And then some dates.
Yes.
And that was about how much?
The dates, a cup and a 1/4.
Cup and a 1/4, and all of that was blended in our Vitamix, right?
Yes. And then the maple syrup.
And then the maple syrup, which was about how much?
What do we do? About a 1/2 cup?
Half a cup. I suppose it's all to taste, isn't it, as well? But it was true 100% maple syrup, which is delish. Mixed it all up. And this is so quick and easy, really. I mean, we're talking and I'm blabbering right now. But anyway, I mixed it all up. Now, Mr. Jeff is going to tell us, what are we going to do next?
Next, we're going to make the syrup that goes.
Oh,
on
I have a
top of it.
question. Oh,
Okay.
almost forgot.
Oh,
So,
boy.
some little bird whispered in my ear that you had another illness that through eating like this, wholesome foods, no processed, no white sugar, white flour, and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
That means eating wholesome. So you're eating, God's food. what else did you have
So I had
that you forgot to tell us?
I had some heart issues, some
Like
heart
what?
palpitations, and my heart sometimes would get beating so fast, like my resting heart rate would be 120 to 130.
Whoa.
And
Wow.
and so no matter what I'd try, the breathing techniques and stuff, I couldn't bring it down. And and so there was one episode where it scared me a bunch. I couldn't do it. The heart was going crazy, and so that's when I fully committed, and I said, all right, I'm going to give it a year.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to eat this way and see if things change. And
It did work. You haven't
it's
had
changed.
it back?
No, my resting heart rate now is in the high 50s, low 60s.
Wow.
And so, yeah.
And that's solely through your eating. You weren't taking
Yeah, I mean, I exercise some too, but
Okay.
mostly I'd say, yeah,
your nutrition.
80%
Wow.
food, maybe 90%. Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's
Okay.
and so, I mean, and if I can just take it just one more second,
Yes,
sorry.
absolutely.
And then, yeah, with anxiety issues too. I mean,
Yeah.
a couple years ago, there's no way I would have got on a program like this. I mean, I would
No.
have been, and so, and so, I mean, it's crazy to think that I would talk about food and say that it can do all this stuff, you know, but it's absolutely true. You know, I
Even
mean,
your
for me,
anxiety, that this lifestyle changed that.
right. I mean, to
Just-
think a few years ago, there's no way I would have talked about, the powers
Oh,
of food, and it wouldn't happen. But
But
here
it
I
did.
am, and
Wow.
so it's pretty
Okay.
incredible, and it's
Fantastic.
delicious
And
too.
it is.
We're
I just
gonna
can't
find
wait
out
to finish
here
the
in
whole
a second.
thing.
Yes. So
Okay.
let's do it.
Let's do it, yes.
So I'm gonna bring this mixer over here, and we're gonna add some water. I like the distilled water
And because
because it's awesome.
okay, that's
It just it just doesn't have.
there's a difference
the,
between distilled water and purified water.
Right,
or
and
spring water.
people will talk about, well, the other water has the minerals and stuff in it, but I prefer to get the minerals from the nuts and from the food that I eat, not the water that I'm drinking.
So that has been. Hold on, let's take this and
Perfect.
put
I'll
this
make it a
in.
little
There you
easier.
go.
Yep.
Okay. So how much water?
So we are going to do 6.5 cups of water.
So distilled water has all of the
It really
all the added
doesn't.
stuff taken out.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I mean, and it's basically like rainwater. And I mean, again, going back to the way I feel like nature, I mean, why mess with nature?
This
It
is
seems
true.
like, there's somebody up there that's got a good design. So why
Wow,
mess with that,
I
right?
agree with you.
And so, all right, so we got 6.5 cups of water.
Uh-huh.
We're going to add a cup of maple syrup. And with
Okay.
this, you could add honey if you wanted to, but maple syrup
Okay.
once again. And so we got 6.5 here. So this is real easy with here because we'll just add half a cup, which,
Okay.
doing the math quickly in my head, will take that to 7.
Fantastic.
So we'll put that. And then we're going to add 3/4 nuts. And this is already pre-measured right here, so you're just going to have to take my
So
word for it.
3/4 of a cup. Of
3/4 of a cup,
raw
yes.
cashews that you
Yes,
soaked.
these were soaked overnight.
Okay. Yes.
And it just makes them so that they're just a little healthier for you, or a lot healthier.
Right.
And they're also easier to blend, and so it's just multi-benefits.
Fantastic.
And I like cashews for this one because it adds just that little bit extra creaminess. I mean, you could use almonds if you wanted to, but cashews just give it that special flair. All right,
Okay.
and so then we're going to add a half a teaspoon of this fantastic
special vanilla. All right. I'm just like looking, can't wait for this to all work and come together.
All right, so let's. Oh my goodness, that's being stubborn.
Yes, it's a beautiful smell. Okay,
All right, so there we go.
here we go. And then you're going to blend it.
Yes.
All right. We're coming down to the last parts of this
Yes.
show.
Oh my goodness.
So watch tentatively.
Here we go.
Here we go. Fantastic.
All right, with the soaked nuts, it makes that easier.
Easy.
So that's it. That's
Okay.
the syrup. I mean, there's different syrups you can do, but that one is easy and awesome.
It's like a
and-
milk almost.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Absolutely brilliant. So, and then what, you're going to put it in here, or we're going to put it on a plate?
No, we're going to. We have these bowls right here.
Okay.
That have some. These are nectarines in here that we've already pre-cut.
Okay.
I love nectarines.
Yes,
yeah.
expecting to put it in the oven. Okay.
And so then we'll just dish some of this on top of the nectarine. You can use whatever fruit you like. I'm
Peaches,
partial to yeah,
whatever.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Bananas. We're also going to add some fantastic blueberries.
Okay.
Yep. Maybe.
Oh, look at this. So amazing. I love it. Okay.
So, yep, whatever fruit you like.
Okay.
Put some blueberries, and then we'll top it with a little bit of the syrup.
Oh, this is this. Oh, my.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
And then this, just depending on how much you like, how
Right.
moist you want your cobbler. But that
is it. Okay,
Isn't that
here we
lovely?
go. Let's eat up.
All right.
Right, this is simply made. We're going to tuck in and make you all jealous. Okay, and this is nectarines, right?
Yes.
That's really good.
Oh, food makes me happy.
Fantastic. Okay. Thank you again, Mr. Jeff Laypath. It's been wonderful having you here on the show.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Raw eating. This is just amazing. Really quick dessert, raw fruit cobbler. You will find that on our site. And we look forward to another time. Cheerio.